Yo, what's going on, my purpose pushers? I just want to push your purpose real quick. I just want to encourage you real quick. If you are a person right now that is dealing with some hardships, that is dealing with how do I endure? How do I make another day? How do I make it another minute? I can't take this no more. I'm about to explode. I'm out on my last nerve. I need to encourage you real quick. You stumbled across this video because you needed to hear this. You needed to know how to endure. And I just want to leave you with three things that will help you, that I know that will help you to endure. One of the things that I know will help you to endure is reminding yourself. First, you got to remind yourself. Remind yourself of what you was brought out of before, knowing that this is not the first time you thought you was finished. This is not the first time you thought you failed. This is not the first time. You can look back over your life and see what you thought was going in you, right? That you was able to get over by the grace of God. You need to pull that back in your memory, and let your problem or situation know today that I know what God did for me before. I know what could have happened to me before. And if it didn't happen to me before, I know the same God can do that thing again. It wasn't your brother. It wasn't your sister. It wasn't your mother. It wasn't by happenstance. You got to know that there was a God looking out for you. There was a God that was protecting you and covering you. When there is no way, he makes a way. I need you to remind yourself that that's one way to endure hardships. One way to endure this life is you got to remind yourself. Pick up that past and realize where God brought you from and remind yourself. The second thing you got to do to endure, you have to know that there is a reward. Yes, the Bible talks about how the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but he that endureth to the end. In other words, you ain't got to be strong for this battle. All you have to do is endure. If you could put that in the comment section, so I know you're still watching this video at this point in time, just put endure. Put endure in the comment section. Endure, put it in for yourself, put it in for somebody else that's going to watch, that need to be reminded. Even if they don't watch the whole entire video, let them be reminded that you have to endure. Why? Because it is in endurance where there's secrets of success. Endurance shows you about God, and endurance shows you something about yourself. You need to endure. That only endurance can show you. Oh my gosh, you need to endure. Why? Because I told you, it don't just remind you, but there is a reward. The race is not given. Nobody runs a race without a reward at the end of it. And you need to know that you are in the race. Yes, you are in the race of life, and that there is a reward as you continue to choose to live, as you continue to fight, as you continue to stand, as you continue to do, as you continue to become. You got to know there's a reward at the end of your pain. There's a reward at the end of your struggle. There is a reward, right? You got to know that. You got to believe that. And the last thing is that you got to rejoice. Come on. You got to rejoice. You've got to rejoice. In other words, you have to choose to have hope. You have to choose to have faith. You have to choose to know something good is coming out of this. That is the power that God has given us. He gave us the power to choose and not allow our struggles or our situations to take over us. I can choose joy. Come on. You can choose to have joy. You ain't got to wait until no battle is over. You ain't got to wait until it gets better. You can choose. This is why we have hope. This is why God gave us faith. Faith is such a gift. Why? Because it allows us to have hope in something good before it gets here. And I want you to know that you have the willpower to choose joy, knowing that it ain't always going to be like this. It ain't always going to be like this. Come on. Tell yourself, it's not always going to be like this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a motivator. I'm an encourager. So I like to be passionate about what I'm saying. I like to get a little passionate, especially because I'm from New York. As most New Yorkers talk loud, but I got to tell you, rejoice. And I'm telling you again, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. In other words, keep having hope of knowing something good is coming out of it. You got to know why? Because God is not destroying you. He's demonstrating the power he put in you. Come on, I'm going to say that again. I need you to know that God is not destroying you. He's demonstrating the power he put in you. In other words, he put the power of perseverance inside of you. He put the power of progression inside of you. He put the power, come on, in purpose inside of you. You got to know these things. He put the power of purpose. He put the power of progression. Come on, I like using these words so you can remember these things. He did it, y'all. Remember these things. If you want to endure, remind yourself. Know that there's a reward and rejoice, knowing that it ain't going to always be. God is doing something in me. He's doing something for me, and he's doing something through me. So I can choose to rejoice. When my situations don't give me when my situations don't give me an excuse to, a reason to, I can still choose it. I can still choose to look at my circumstances differently than what it's trying to show me. And I can show my situation how strong I am. I can show my situation how strong God is inside of me, knowing that he will never leave me nor forsake me, knowing that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. I can rejoice. I can choose to rejoice. That's when freedom comes, when you can choose to rejoice. It don't matter what environment I'm in. You don't take away my peace. You don't take away my joy. I can choose that. So if you ever going through a hard trial or tribulation in life right now, I just need you to know, stay in the race. You don't got to be strong for this battle. All you got to do is endure. That's Ecclesiastes 9th chapter. Endure. I see y'all on the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and let me know so I can make more. Peace.